Okay, let's get started. Just to introduce myself, so I'm Mathieu, I'm the CEO of Meta API, and I will start by presenting you all the platform, Meta API, what is it about, what we are doing with API, and next, we'll move to a workshop together. We will create a spell. It's a space where you are creating your own API integration. So we will do it together. And if you have any question during this session, we have our team inside the chat. So don't hesitate to ask question, and I will answer it, directly myself or someone inside the chat. So, okay, I will show you the platform, and if you have already created your account, you will see so a page like this. It's a home, so it's where you can find all your recent spell, your spell creation, and you will be able to track any request, because what we do at Meta API, it's from API integration, and next we will do also all the monitoring and the notification system to follow your API integration and be sure that everything is going fine. So you will find right here, so your spell. So a spell, it's where we will be creating your integration and automate API connection. So I will show next what it looks like, and we will create one together. You will find also our catalog of API. So we have there is two parts inside this catalog. So you have public API and private API, because our platform is very open about what you can connect on it. So all these API are managed by the team, but you can add yourself your own API if you have, for example, private API, or you want to add an API not yet inside the public catalog. So you can add it, and you will just need an open API specification file or Swagger file, and we will create automatically a connector based on this open API specification file. So it's very open, and you can mix private and public API. We also created some open spell. What we call an open spell, it's a spell created by the Meta API team, and it's like a template. So you can grab it, duplicate it on your own account, and then edit it at will. We have some statistics about your account, the number of requests you have made to Meta API. You will find inside the log all the requests which have been made to Meta API platform. So both on the development environment or production environment, and you will get, so this spell is deleted because it was my previous test, but you will find only metadata about execution time, which connector has been called inside the spell, if everything goes fine, and you will be able to be notified if you have any error on any spell. We will automatically receive a notification. Next, you will be able to manage both API authentication. So for each API connected inside Meta API platform, you will be able to edit it and update. We manage all kind of authentication, from API key, HTTP basic, OAuth authentication also, and we provide one-click authentication with OAuth on some public API. So it will be we manage all kind of API And you can also manage your own API key after that to consume your spell. So we have you will have a default key inside your account, but later you will be able to add new key. I will show after that, and then you will have your own client account where you can find your current plan, so your freemium plan, and it's where you will be able to add more team members to edit on collaboration your spell. You will be able to upgrade your account, etc. So to show you how a spell look like. So when you go to a spell, you will find this interface. So you will see what is the current version online, and once it's on production, you will find all your logs and monitoring, like do you encounter any errors, all your codes, etc. So I will access the code, and then this is your editor. So right there, you can find on the left, so the connector list. It's all the connector will be used and will be automated for you, all the configuration and all the authentication. And on the right, you will find a code editor where you will be able to call your connectors and then add your own codes to uh, write your own business logic and to be able to transform data, get data from API, push action to other API, etc. So on this demonstration, I have connected so Stripe to get back all the invoices inside my Stripe account. So you can see right here, we manage automatically authentication, and all the parameters inside this API is, as you see, nicely displayed with a graphical interface. So you can very easily modify like filters, limits, parameters, etc. And once you add a connector, we will generate for you a piece of code like this. We will automatically inside your code connect all the data from this connector to your code. So I will run it. So this spell is, I take all the invoice from Stripe, and the aim is to push it to a Google spreadsheet. So I take all the invoice here. We will do some like filtering, adapting data to Stripe to Google spreadsheet format, and then we will push it to Google spreadsheet. So I will run it. I have my spreadsheet right here ready, and tada! You have all the data which have been pushed automatically to our Google spreadsheet, and all of this will be done through Stripe API and Google Spreadsheet API. And we will use standard API endpoints. And like you will do it on your own code or your own developer tools. So that's why we are very open and very prone to use Open API specification file, for example, for adding APIs. So that's it. So now the workshop will be to manipulate the NASA astronomical picture of the day, and the aim is to get a specific image from a date of your choice and to push it to an Airtable. So it will be collaborative. So we will see each of you. We will do this workshop. We will see your picture on live going inside the Airtable. So we will do it together. So I will go back to my spell. I will create a new one. I will call it, for example. So if you want to do it with me, I invite you to go to Meta API platform. If you are not done it yet, you can sign up on Meta API, create your free account, and do it with me. And of course, if you have any problem or any question you want to ask, just use the chat. So I will create a new spell. That's it. I will access the code. So I see right now we just have a template with a few lines of codes, and if I run it, I just will get the console. So the console output, it's right here, and then here the return. So you can see the response here, and these parameters. So the first name parameter come from params, and params are managed by the payload. So I can see right here. So the first thing I will do, I will erase this comment, erase this console.log, make some space, and I will add a new connector. So I want to connect to, yes, NASA, astronomical picture of the day. So we just have only one endpoint on this one because it's just for demonstration. And right now I see what will be the input parameters. So I can see I can choose the date and if you want a high definition version of the picture. And we can see on the right a sample of the response from the API, and we have also the JSON schema if you want to have more information. So I will add it, and the interface tell me to copy the code and paste it to the code editor. So that will make the link between your codes and the API, and through this connector, we will manage for you authentication, how all the query parameters has to be managed, how if you need, for example, if you have auth authentication, we will manage for you all the refresh token, for example, etc. So that's why we have this abstraction layer to make your life easier. So first, I will configure the authentication. So I need an API key to be connected to the NASA API. So I will get it. I will put for you the API key inside the chat, so you can use it for this workshop to do it on your own. So you don't have to create your own account, grab the key, etc. So it's for making your life easier. Here we go. So I will label it key for workshop. I will pass the key, save and quit. And I want to both check if everything I get from this API is okay. I need to, don't forget to select the correct API, so the HTTPS and server. I will check. So I will make console.log upload result. So you can see inside the editor you have you will be able to autocomplete all your variables. It's very we are using a web version of Visual Studio Code, so it's very practical to use. And I will return from my API the result also. Great, everything seems fine, no alerts. I will run it. Great, so I can see right here, I have both something inside, so the console output, so that's great, and from the response of my space, I can see all the JSON objects from the NASA API. So that's perfect. I will let you a few minutes if you want to copy paste the code. I think I will try it. I will copy paste the code. No, you will have a generated identification number. So I can pass the code for you, but I will stay on this page if you want to copy paste. And something very interesting right now, it's, for example, I can change the date. I will show you the picture we get. Okay, so that's the picture of the day. And for example, I can change the date here directly through the interface. For example, for getting so the first picture of this year. Run it again. Okay. So I see I get another picture, and if I look the picture, that's right. That's a very nice picture. So everything's going fine. And I will go a little bit further. So for example, if you want to make this date variable, date parameters dynamic, I can, for example, choose to have a date inside, so the params of this API. So I will declare it like date. I will edit the payload to say date will be, for example, it's just for testing. For example, for the 1st of February. And I will bind this variable to this parameter. So here, as you can see, you can directly bind parameter like this. So if I run it, all right, I get a new picture. Let's see it. Amazing. Okay, so just with this, you have created an API integration exposed by a new API, by a meta API. And for example, you can create a new way to transfer data or to combine data with other API, and you can do it inside your own spell. And at the end, we will deploy it as a new endpoint, and you will be able to play with it. So okay, that's great. So we have done the first part of this workshop. Next, we want to plug the NASA result from the NASA API result. We want to plug it to Airtable to create new entry each time we will run it. So I will get a new connector. So I want to connect it to Airtable. And each time we want to create a connector to create record. As you can see all the parameters. You can see the schema of the body. So I will add it. Copy and paste the pre-generated code. As you can see, we have some demonstration value here for the field. So I will clear it and fill it with real value. First, I will configure the authentication. So just like NASA API, I will give you the Airtable API key inside the chat. There we go. Configure authentication. Configure the key. So that's a format. Previously, it was just a plain API key. So right now with Airtable, it's API key with a BR format. So as you can see, the platform told you automatically to format it correctly. So that's it. I just add the key after bearer. Save it so my key is not setted. And for creating new record inside an Airtable, I need both a base ID and a base name. And these both parameters as given by the official documentation. So I will give you, I have prepared everything for you. So the base ID will be this one. And the table name, so base name is the table name will be table 1. So I will copy paste this inside the spell. Okay, so I see no more alerts inside my connector, so everything is correct right here. And now I will add all the fields I want to push each time this connector will be called. So I go to Airtable and I have prepared an Airtable with all these columns. So title, date as a date format, URL, a creator. So that will be your own name. So you we will be able to see collectively which one have pushed a new item inside the Airtable. And images will be an array of attachments. So we will be able to attach directly the picture URL. So we will see the image on the gallery view. So first, I will set the title. So the title will be upload result dot. And right now, as you can see, we have auto completion directly on each API result because our code editor is aware of which API we will be able to use. So you can directly manipulate API responses through your own code editor. So that's a nice feature because like this, you don't have to look at the documentation each time you want to manipulate data, etc. Very practical. So URL will be upload result dot URL. I have a date creator. Date will be upload result dot date. I think I have a date. Yes. Creator will be me. And I have images, so I know how Airtable attachment is working. So I know it's an array of objects will be URL upload result dot URL. Okay, do a little bit of formatting. So that's it. So if you want to do it yourself, you have to fill of this field. So I can copy paste you inside the chat. If you want to ease your life. Okay, upload result, Airtable. So first, astronomical picture of the day will be called. Then we will take the result, and the result will be sent through the Airtable API to create a new entry, and then we will return to our spell the result. So let's try it. I will hit out, run. Okay, I get everything is running. Almost 2 seconds to do it. And I will check, yes, I will check L table, and we can see right here we have a new entry which can be created with this title. I will check it, say the result, but yes, it's the right title. And close this tab, and okay, everything seems to be fine. I will go to the gallery view and see if I have a picture. No picture for this one. I will try with another one. I will change the date, save it, run it again. Try it again. That's right. It seems we have an error with a connector. We have an error with the that's nice. I can show you like this. We have obviously an error with astronomical pictures a day, so the endpoint API from NASA. Okay, we get a 500 error, so I will do it again. Maybe you guys sent too much request to it. No, I don't want to work again. This API seems done right now. I would check it. So this is working. Try it again. Okay, great. The API is back again. Thank you, NASA, for this workshop. So, okay, I will try another one. Change the month, change the date. That's right. Okay. So as you can see, dynamically, I can send automatically a new item to our iTable. So for now, it's just me. If you have done this workshop with me, following the code, you will be able to do it yourself. And maybe we will go back in a few minutes to see if any of you succeed to send a new item to this Airtable. So I will keep it by side, and we'll go back to this again later. So now we just created, we just still in development version of our spell, and now we need to use it, for example, in production. So to do that, we will. Yes, exactly, Roman. Thank you. I will go to that. So you can deploy your spell as an API and as an API endpoint. So maybe that will be easier. So you will be able to play with this API. So I will deploy it. So I will call it version 1, for example. So you can fill a title and the description. I will deploy it in production. Okay, and now my spell is deployed as an endpoint. So we will generate for you a unique URL and unique endpoints. And just before giving you an access to this endpoint, I will do some change on my spell. For example, validating the date you will give us as a parameter, and also I want to make the creator name also dynamic. So I will change it. I will add to test it creator name. So I will change it to math. So we'll be able to test it. And now I will change the creator for creator variable. Okay. And I want to check both creator and date to check if the creator has been set and also if the date is in the correct format. So I will add an edition. So I will check if creator has not been set or so checking dates in JavaScript, because we are using JavaScript and TypeScript, I know can be very difficult. So I will add a dependency, an external library to help me with date checking. So I will use day.js, save it, because you can add any dependencies you want inside your spell. So I will do day.js, the date, and I have a function called isValid. So if I don't send the creator, or if the date is not valid, I will throw a new error like invalid methods check your date. Okay, I will check it. So this date is plugged, creator is plugged. So I will try if I don't send a creator. So if I run it, I should have an error. Yes, that's okay. If I, for example, mistype the date, like this, for example, I should get an error too. Okay, I have a very complete error which don't match an ask format, so that's great. And I will run it and test it, and I will add, okay, so this one is right. So right now my spell is ready, so I will deploy a new version, v2, deploy it to production. And before sending you the endpoint, I will create a dedicated API key for this spell only. So I will go to Meta API key. I will create a new key called workshop API days, and I will restrict it to only workshop API days. Great. I will save it. I will go back to my spell. I will go here to manage version, which I can see all the version history, and you have some tool like you can see all the difference. For example, we have been made between V1 and V2, so we can see we made a few changes. You can also go back to previous version. You just have to click a button and we will change the version. As you can see, it's take like 5 seconds to change. So I will go back to V2. And then I will click here on Manage Snippet and API Key, because we provide automatically for you many snippets to integrate very easily your own spell inside any language. For example, we generate code for Python, generate code for PHP, and you just have to copy the snippet and paste it to your own programming code. For example, I will go back to shell. I will change the key, so it will change the key inside the snippet. So I will, and I will give you, as you can see, we generate both an endpoint, both you can make requests on get and post method. So I will give you this one. And inside, so this URL I will copy paste for you inside the chat. So you can copy paste it inside your navigator, and for example, change both the date and the creator name. So to put your own name, and we will see if you fill the parameter correctly. We will see if there are any error inside the logs, and we will see also directly inside Airtable if you will be able to push some data. So I will copy paste it. And you just have to copy paste it on your navigator, and for example, change the date, change the creator name, and we will see if some of you will be able to push some data. And meanwhile, we will go right here to see some logs. And oh, okay, we already have 2 calls which has been made. Okay, Roman did it. Pete, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is with us right now, and you can see, you can go to the logs to see if everything goes fine for each call. If you can check all the performances, etc. So we will wait for a second. So everyone who is joining us, please try to push your own, and we will see on this view. So the NASA API seems to have a problem because we don't retrieve the picture. We will be able normally to have the picture like this, but I think there is something wrong with the API. We don't have luck because all the pictures are working, but we don't see it. I would try to refresh my Airtable maybe. But as you can see, we get some data and some specific dates. So, for example, hey Pete, here are your own picture. Let's see. I will refresh the log, and here, for example, we can see that someone tried to call the APIs with a wrong time, with a wrong date. So as you can see, he provide this date and it don't work, and so the API endpoint answer correctly. Okay, I will refresh it. If you want guys to try, for example, to generate errors, or to generate new calls, we will keep it like this for a few more sequence. So we don't have no more call right here. And our pricing model is based on request on production only. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 requests. So as you can see, only 7 requests has been deducted from our account, and we still have all the requests made as developer, as you know, the development environment has not been touched our remaining request. So go back to our spell. We have one more. Yes, some try to click the link, but not to change the parameter. If you want guys to change the parameters, go for it. So as you can see, we will be able to see your name. Okay, that's it. And as you can see, we can also we have some nice indicators are like percentage error we get from each connector, and the errors we encounter back with some error from a pod, we can see is reflected right here. So that's it. So from this, you can create your own integration. I can, for example, personalize the return of the spell. For example, if you don't want to send back all the pod results, for example, we can just send back an URL and the title. Okay, I will run it for test. Great, I just have this, so it's perfect. I will deploy it v3, deploy it to production. And now, guys, if you try this endpoint, I will try it for you. So as you can see, we just have these two parameters back. So very easy to create, very easy to manage, to update. So if you are using a spell as an integration, you can very easily change it, update it. If you have anything wrong with an API, with a connector, you can easily go on it, change parameters, run it as a developer to check if everything is okay, and then deploy it. And the final endpoint won't be changed. The URL won't change. And if you have integrated inside your own platform, that will propagate automatically the new the modification. So very easy to manage and very easy to update. So that's it. You have all the basic right now to create integration. Of course, you can create integration for anything. You can, if you want, after that, to consume your own spell, you can use, for example, webhooks. You can, if you have application like I don't know, GitHub, Trello, Jira. You can plug, for example, at the end of an endbook, of a webhook. Sorry, you can plug the URL of your spell. So, for example, you can create automation like each time a new card is created on Jira, a spell will be called with inside the parameters all the objects, manage it. For example, call your own API to enrich data, and then push, for example, new data inside Notion, create a new file on Google Drive, etc., etc. And it's very open. As I said, you can plug your own API very easily. Just have to go to catalog of API, add an API, past it the API specification file, and that's it. Do you have any question about our demonstration? Let me check if I have. Oh, okay. Then has been some fun. Okay, still having some fun with this link. Then try to change, for example, your creator name or just the date, and we will see. No, it's okay. It's okay, Dennis. It's it will be the point to be interactive, and for the most advanced user, if you want to, I can give you. I will go back and generate a snippet. So see. Okay, if you want to, for example, do it directly with tools like Postman. So you can have a post, and as you can see, you can both send data through URL parameters or as a body. So it's very flexible, and that's why it's great to use a spell behind a webhook, for example, because it's very easy to push some data. So that's it, guys. Do you have any question? Thank you, Denise, and thank you if you enjoy all the interaction. It's very funny to see in real time some people interacting with us. So I agree. Curl is the base and very versatile. So, do you have any question, guys? Or I don't know, feedback and everything you want to you want to say? Best case for using Meta API. Our base case and our customer case are mainly for now based on accounting, when you need, for example, to automate your accounting, like Stripe, and we have done it for some of our customers when they need to plug two apps and two services between them. And for example, when you don't have any native integration between, for example, we use it, for example, between Stripe and QuickBooks, because QuickBooks have a native integration with Stripe, but it's not working very well. So we prefer to add our own integration, and because inside our spell we can put our own business logic. For example, if you need to adjust an amount to find more information about a product, anything, things like that. You can also, if you want, for example, to integrate application like Gmail, Google Agenda inside your own app, and you don't want to manage yourself, authentication like OAuth. So you can use a spell directly, simplify all the authentication workflow. I can show you this if I have for GitHub. Yes, as you can see, we manage authentication profile, and you can also expose and create your own authentication button for an integration inside your application. And like this, you can sign your end user. So their profile will be automatically created inside Meta API, and then you can dynamically use all the profile ID to execute just a spell for a specific user account. So that also is a great spell, because you can, for example, start with Google Agenda, and next, if you have to add multiple calendar apps, so you can add more apps inside your own spell and be connected to many apps with only one endpoint. So thanks, Sagariga, if I answer your question, and if you think it very useful. I think we reached the end, but we will still inside. So if you have any question, I'm still here for a few minutes. And if you don't have any questions, so thank you guys for all the interaction. Just seeing. if we have more. The last one is 6 minutes ago, so no more interaction. So sad. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoy it. And if you have any question, you can, of course, reach us all during the API days, because we have our own booth inside the partner village. So if you have any question, just go here, and I have a little bonus for you. We have a discount code for you inside the chat, so it's minus 40% for you guys. If you want to have a Meta API license, and if you have any feedbacks or anything, our team is ready for you and to ask you answer. So thank you. Yes, thanks Julie for sharing. Check our open spells, and if you have any question, just reach us, and we will be I will be also a speaker about how to scale your business with API. I will be more specific on use cases if you are interested, and it will be Thursday at 12:30. I will check it at 12:30. So thank you everyone, and have a nice day, and have a nice Happy Days. Bye.